our destination,
the Crunchy Bride.
Let's go for a ride.
Welcome to Girls Trip. If you have been with us this week, you know we are dedicating each day to talking about Bachelorette ideas for a different type of bride. So yesterday we did the beauty obsessed bride. And since Tuesdays are our body day, we are talking about
the body obsessed.
the body, no. The crunchy bride, we're calling her. Which let's start with the fact that Joy had no idea what that meant.
I thought it was a typo. I thought you were trying to say like the active bride, and you just had a heart attack and just wrote crunchy by accident.
Joy of all people, who loves to give me such a hard time because I don't know these nonsense Gen Z terms. She's like, what is this?
Okay, if you've heard of the term
Good
crunchy,
point.
let me know. If you haven't heard the term
Everyone
crunchy,
has
let me
heard
know.
of it.
Everyone's heard of it, Joy.
Everyone has
Come
heard of this.
on, no way.
Yes.
Everyone. I mean, Rebecca practically is crunchy.
Yes,
she's
I know.
like
I
borderline
am.
there.
I would consider myself a crunchy person.
I mean,
A crunchy person? Do we know how crazy that sounds?
if you need a whole cabinet dedicated to your supplements, you're crunchy.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
If you're like, making dinner with things from your garden, you're probably crunchy.
Like literally,
There's nothing wrong with that.
crunchy, like crunchy. Where does that come from? Where
I
is
have
it?
no clue, Joy.
I think it comes from you're a granola
That's
eating
what it is, like granola.
wilderness.
Yeah, you make your
maybe
own granola.
maybe your hair's crunchy because it has leaves in it. I don't know.
needs to be
Maybe you
washed.
make your own granola. I feel like that would
but I feel like
along
it
those
comes
lines.
along those lines.
Artie's
Okay.
crunchy then because he makes his own granola.
All right.
Yeah.
Crunchy bride. Here we go.
I think it's
Okay.
very like, body positivity and holistic wellness
yes.
and nature loving, tree hugging,
Yeah.
all of the things,
All the things that I embrace.
that
Yeah,
Rebecca
yeah.
embraces so that I don't have to.
Yeah, there you go.
We love that.
Yeah.
But really we're just using that as a term, but to kind of cover like outdoorsy, adventurous, like those types of things. Everything I wouldn't want to do. That's what we're going to talk about.
As I was coming up with some ideas, I was like, wow, this sounds like Lauren's nightmare.
This is like, something that she's like, I'm going to do it for the team, but
Yes, this is a take one for the team.
Lauren does not want to be in this bridal party. That's for sure.
Which is so funny because that is actually what I was thinking about was as I was trying to come up with ideas for
Like,
this,
what
I'm
would I
like,
not wanna
okay,
do?
what is something that this bride would like, but that wouldn't feel torturous to some of the bridesmaids
yeah.
in
Yeah,
there
yeah.
because you want everyone to have a nice
Yeah.
time. Like, yes, it's supposed to be for the bride and you make sacrifices for her, but like, what's something that's not like maybe too extreme,
Yeah.
too
That everyone will
far,
love.
like everyone
Sure.
will still
Sure.
enjoy.
Yeah.
So, all right, who wants to start?
I won't because
You
I
don't
really wouldn't
because
I have too much. So
You have a lot, so we'll
Okay.
take some off
Yeah.
your
So
list.
So I'll do a basic crunchy bridal party.
say that 3 times fast.
So my idea was a DIY body scrub and essential oil workshop.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like that one.
Yeah.
So a DIY workshop where everyone can create their own natural body scrubs, which I've done a part of this
That's
before,
really
not for a
fun.
bachelorette, but I've done this before for other parties. Bath salts, skin oils with organic ingredients, obviously.
Granola.
With organic
Actually,
granola.
you're gonna make the oil.
Scrub
You're
your
gonna-
body with
you're gonna-
granola.
You're gonna squish those leaves and get that oil or whatever it is.
And then this kind of like the different take on like the perfumes, I guess, like your own perfume, but have an essential oil blending session where each person can craft a custom blend tailored to what
yes.
they want, like to help them sleep better or like just brighter skin, better attitude, whatever it is that you're looking to get. They have an oil for that. So I thought it was a cool, like, what's the word? Like hands-on way to do something with everybody, but also very natural, very organic.
nice
There's a lot
activity.
of different things you could do. So you go outside in nature and
Sure,
have fun.
sure.
But I
Yeah.
thought this was maybe a good one to like.
I'll go to that one.
This
Yeah,
is for
she'll-
the.
she'll go
This
to
is
that
for,
one.
exactly.
This is like a,
This is-
middle.
Yeah,
middle spot.
because my other idea was like a group fitness class, and I was like, not everyone's going to love that.
Don't do that.
That's on mine.
But you can make it fun, like a hot yoga class or something that everyone will. But not again. This is something I think
That
everyone
was
would love.
at the top of so many lists for this
Really?
type of bachelorette was like do a group fitness class, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not fun.
That's on
Yeah.
like even if you work out regularly, like then you do that already. That's not special.
Yeah, so I ultimately decided to go with the body scrub essential oil workshop because I think it is more. Everyone would love it. So
Yeah.
that's my pitch. That's
Okay.
that's the one I'm going with.
I mean, if you're going to do a group fitness class and you want to do it with me just to see how angry I get or, then fine. That's a different story. But don't just do it.
Let's see how far we can push Lauren today.
Yeah.
Like, see what her breaking point is
We're
at.
slowly stretching her.
If that's the most fun you
okay.
can come up with.
I did have group fitness class and then brunch to follow. So just in case.
I'll meet you at brunch. So yeah, I'm going to go with a no for that. I'm most excited to hear what Rebecca has to say because I feel like mine were pretty basic, but
Okay.
I figure, you can do something really cute with like a hike and picnic type thing. You can go doesn't have to be an intense. You don't have to be like drenched in sweat. You could just do like a scenic hike and then end up in a really nice picnic location. That could be really cute. And it'll give you some really beautiful like photo ops along the way, which would be fun. So we've talked about our camping experiences before. I've never actually been glamping, and I know that's been popularized for a long time now, but I would be curious to see if I actually tried to plan a glamping trip.
It would be great.
I'm curious to see how that would turn out. I feel like it could get really expensive really fast.
Yeah.
It could. I think at one point you might be better off going to a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're paying for electric, if you're paying for water.
This can get expensive.
It can get very expensive.
But this isn't budget day.
Right.
This is body day.
This is body day.
But I'm sure that there are, glamping sites maybe that already
For sure have the
all
stuff.
of that
Yeah.
that you can just kind of show up
For
to.
sure.
There are so many
can go
places.
to a cabin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now that have those Adirondack,
At that point, we're not really
Yeah.
glamping anymore.
Yeah.
We are-
A-frame cabins, which are
You're
really
in the wilderness, but
You're at a beautiful Airbnb potentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they have grounds where
do.
it's
You can you can choose to go do something.
You can feel like you're in nature, but still have a toilet. Those things.
Still have plumbing.
One thing that I thought would be a nice in the middle thing is something like horseback riding.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something that you don't.
a lot of people haven't done that.
Yeah, a
either.
lot of people
Yeah,
haven't
that's fun.
done. I haven't done that since I was a teenager.
Yeah, I would love to do that again.
And I think, that most people are willing to try something like that and would consider it generally fun.
should be at the right time of year.
Yes,
but
right
Yes.
time of year.
Yeah. But that one you can do even when it's a little chillier because you just wear jackets.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can
You
do
can-
that.
Yes, that
Doesn't
could be
have to
like
be
spring,
hot.
summer, fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
That's a really good one.
And then the last thing I just put was something to do along with like beach, lake, bonfire type thing.
Okay,
I thought
okay.
could be, again, appreciating nature, but still having fun, low key.
Yeah.
AI was 0% help. They were like, do a horticulture workshop. I was like, what? Like, we're not trying
learn
to
about those plants.
we're not trying to go to school for a bachelorette. Like,
I don't know. There's some friend groups though. They could be into that. So-
Maybe.
You just gotta read the room there.
Read the room.
I think it'd be hard to find a whole friend group. That's like
really want
learn
this
about plants.
All right,
We wanna
Rebecca.
know. All right.
I'm
All
ready.
right, school
Get
us.
ready.
Ready.
Well, I'm just saying this because I still think it would be a blast. Here's the thing. If I was teaching the class and you had to do a Pilates class, that could be fun.
Oh, that could be fun.
Okay,
I'm in.
I would have music. I
No.
would have some jokes. I
jokes?
would have a water break. Like I would.
Do you
give
put
you
on
the
when it's time for
necessities.
jokes? Do you put on a clown nose and then just become you're the entertainment now?
Hey, guys, here we go. Here's your comedy show as well.
Like, does it come with a week off afterwards? Because I'm
Listen,
going to be so
you-
sore.
No, because here's the thing. I would know how to make sure you get through this class with like being able to walk. Okay.
Yeah.
We would
I
just
trust you.
This is what you need to think. We would just be giving your muscles that little pump so you go out like a little extra, toned.
No, that doesn't work.
All right.
One
All right,
time,
all
one
right.
time does not tone you.
She's the bride.
You will not
Let her do
convince
it.
me.
Let her do it.
Okay.
She's
so-
she's
No,
the
no, I'm
bride
saying
and
if-
she's teaching
I'm
her
saying-
own class.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Was
that
that
would be the
not
only way.
so, Rebecca? That is
I
what
would
she
do
would
that.
do.
Or I would partake in participating if I had to in that way. All right. Next would be, and I used to do this growing up. I absolutely loved it. Two ways I've done this. So we used to go camping in a tent, and then probably when I was like 10, my parents got a pop-up camper. So it's not like the RV that you drive around. You have to actually open it up, set it up. So right before we'd go camping in the summer, my dad would open it up to make sure everything's, working fine, put all the essentials in it. So while it was up in our backyard, we'd have like sleepovers in the camper.
Fun.
Not like a ton, but just like either I'd be like, Mom, I want to sleep in the camper tonight. So we'd have a great time. It was just super fun. So you could do an outdoor camping in your backyard. So for those
fun.
ladies who are like, I just can't quite, do the sleeping bag in the tent outside, I would say get like a gigantic tent where you all can go in there. You have the indoors or the house if you need to, but then you can do like the classic, games. You can do that all inside the tent, and you can even do this if it's raining outside because you just give a nice little tarp.
Glamping in the backyard.
Okay, so then that could be like the evening thing. I was thinking like a rope course. Those Joy's face. So there is one.
Because I'm picturing Lauren.
But here's the thing. Well, okay, it's not too high. They might be like 20 feet in the air. If you're afraid of, scared
No,
of
I'm not
heights-
afraid of something like that. I could do it. I just know that I would enjoy it. I'm not saying that like this is so fun.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'll do it.
You
Joy.
would do it.
I'm not
do
like
it.
inept.
No, you can do it.
can do it.
It's more of your facial expressions throughout the activity.
Honestly, that's why we would do it. We probably just have a camera
man.
on you.
No,
the whole
I actually
day.
like the idea
Right?
of a
Okay.
ropes course. I think
Oh,
that
this
that's
is
fun.
fun.
And at least the ones that they have for kids that I've done, it like you can get up to the top and do a zip line, the little thing across,
Something
which
like
is
that.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this is like a little outdoorsy, stretching the limits. If you don't like that, at least the place that I know it's close to, there's a zoo right next door. So
Oh, we'll go see animals, nature.
So see the
animals.
animals while they're on the rope course. And then, you can just have a nice little walk around there.
Fun.
So from the camping, again, if you don't want to do that just out in a tent, you're going to transform indoors into a camp. So I've seen this done where they have like all the classic camp games. You're part of like this cabin and you give all the, bridesmaids their own little group. You have like, you're going to probably not like this, but it's okay.
But it's okay.
But it's okay. Like all those like just outdoorsy things. Okay, you have worms in like the dirt, but it's like the pudding. You make like a little dessert with the gummy worms. So you have all
it's
those fun
fun. Yeah,
things,
yeah.
but you can eat them and you're not grossed
a
out.
lot of childlike
you
wonder.
watch Parents Trap.
Parent Trap, I was going to
Trap.
say. This is so Parent Trap.
So yeah, I feel like that would be just a really fun way for people who are not involved in nature to like get them a little bit
Get them
closer.
involved.
Get them a little bit closer.
You will be involved.
You will be involved, yeah. So, and you could totally, add other activities to this, but I feel like that would be a really fun way.
And that's adorable. I'm all about the
Yeah.
come up with the cabin name and
Yeah.
maybe like earn badges. I'm all about the
Yes.
theme.
Yeah.
The theme, okay.
I
yeah.
just
gotta
don't
have a
want
strong
like
theme.
bugs and dirt,
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Okay. Well, I'm not making you do a Spartan race, so like
that would be a run. That would be a hard
mud
no.
run. Oh,
I'd be
man.
like, I'm sorry, you want me to do what? Get electrocuted? No, I'm
Yeah,
good.
no, that I
Spartan
definitely
race.
like that. I couldn't do physically. I would not
be
be
like, I
able
have
to
the
do
sign, go
that.
team, go.
So yeah,
I meet you at
I'll
the
be at the
ends.
water table, the refill station.
Yeah, I love
I
that.
could do.
Wow, this
Yeah,
was
that's about
This
it.
was a crunchy day.
Yes,
This was
crunchy
very
day.
crunchy.
I like all the crunch. Okay. So no matter what kind of bachelorette party
Yes.
or girls' weekend that you're planning, I think that it does tend to come down to the little things, right? The details that you put into it, like the gummy worms or whatever it is that you're doing. Those extra thoughtful touches. So I just want to take a minute to hear if you've gone to a friend's and they did something, or if you did something for someone's that was like extra cute or memorable. Joy, you already shared the little book for yours.
To build on it, because Lauren, as I said last week, Lauren had put a book together for me, like a photo album book of all of the photos from my shower, which was the month prior. And I have since done that for multiple girls in my life who I've done the exact same thing. So I've just recycled the idea. So I loved that. I was able to give two girls books from their showers, and they loved it. And I think for one of them, we specifically wrote, like, I left blank pages so that I could have the girls, the other bridesmaids, write special things to her for it. So it was like a book plus kind of a little bit of like a notes and scrapbooks and letters. So that was such a good idea. So that was definitely a special touches.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
love that.
gonna do that again too. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Passing that on.
Something that I did for, I think, the most recent bachelorette that I planned was I kind of had a bag, like a bride bag, but that I held on to for the day. So she got it at the end of the day because it was full of little gifts. And so every, 2 hours or something throughout the day, she got to open
That's great.
a little thing. And they can be really small. I think I did like a ring dish and then, one of the hangers with the, the misses on it.
Fun.
Yep.
Just like different little things. And it just made it so fun to have those little moments of like another surprise
gift.
to open, no matter how small it is.
It takes a lot of forethought though from the person
bit
putting
more
it
prep.
together.
It does.
Yeah, you have to prep for it for sure. But it
not
goes
a last minute thing.
But it goes a long way.
But it goes
though.
a long way in keeping things fun and energy up.
Yeah.
And, because sometimes when you are planning a whole day, there's, you're in the car driving to the next location or you're waiting for your reservation or whatever it is. So it was really nice to fill those little in-between moments with something fun.
So fun.
So
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
this is one that I helped planning, and it was like an island type theme. So I had these pineapple like foldable boxes, and I wanted to make a little like favor type bag, but things that they could use in them for everyone attending. So once they got to the house that we started at, everyone got to have like their pineapple, and it had like a pair of socks to wear when we took off our shoes so our feet wouldn't hurt,
Fun.
and just little things to have either throughout the day or to just take home if you wanted to, because they're all very practical. But I really, and some people actually like a year later, like, I still have those socks. I was like, okay, it was fine. They survived. So yeah, little things like that. I think even for the bridesmaids attending, it just makes them also feel special and to be a part of something.
Yeah, that's great.
So I think also incorporating something for everyone is just cute. So I really like that one.
Yeah. I'm also, you'll not be surprised to hear this, a sucker for a pretty itinerary.
Oh yeah.
So that is something that I like to do.
Okay.
I do usually 2 versions. So I'll do one for the people who are involved, the bridesmaids or friends or whatever, that just gives not just what we're doing, but some helpful information. Like, here's things that you should pack. Like if we're going to get pedicures, don't forget your flip-flops and,
Got it.
Whatever, wear something nice to hear. It has the addresses of everywhere that we're going, the distance it takes to drive there. So everyone has an easy place to look for everything. And then I also like to do a version for the bride that's just like
That's fun.
keeps things a mystery a little bit, but
Yeah.
just says, things that they need to know, like dress this way or bring this, or maybe gives a few hints about what we're going to be doing, but is something for them to look at. So that's always fun to put together and
Adorable.
and design. Yeah. So that was really fun.
These are great ideas, guys.
These are
Love
great
them.
ideas. Now I want to go back because we said we would come back to this conversation about the lingerie thing,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
I think there's so many different ways to incorporate this.
Okay.
And I've seen a couple done.
Yeah.
Because I think we did the one for your shower too.
Mine
right?
was-
or not your shower, your
Mine,
bachelorette. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mine was perfect. I think you had asked each of the girls to pick out a lingerie item for me.
Okay.
Right. And then we played a game at night when it was just us. Moms were away downstairs. Moms were downstairs. And they basically presented me with all these items, and I think there may have been 6
Something like
different.
that, yeah.
And I had to guess who got me each one based
That's
on like
hysterical. Okay.
the type that it was. I did really well.
Yeah, you
Like,
did.
really, really well, because they were very like unique to like their personalities. And it was so
personality.
funny. I still have them all. Have I worn them all? No, but it's a keepsake. So that was so fun. That's the way to do
adorable.
that. Which, okay, back to this conversation from last week. Like, I would have, mortified is not strong enough of a word. Mortified
You never spoken
doesn't
to anyone
even
again.
begin to cover it if I was opening up something like that in my shower. That was the perfect bachelorette game with me and like my closest girlfriends.
Yeah.
For me.
For
like
you.
everyone is different, but know your bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did that. For another friend, everyone was given like a holiday. And we had to
that's
get
great.
lingerie that was sort of in in
Love
theme
it.
with that.
That's
so
great.
like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, I think there were a lot of us, so it got pretty silly. And the things that would you do, but we did the same thing. We kind of like did a clothesline and set them up at the Bachelorette.
I don't know why the Thanksgiving theme is like killing me right now. The idea of that. Okay, never mind.
Yes, you can go to a lot of
So many
different directions. And you set it on a clothesline, and she also had to guess,
So
who
cute.
did each holiday, which was really funny. But again, even if it's not lingerie, I think that I've also done for a couple of brides sort of like a honeymoon kit.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
wow, I've copy pasted a lot of the things that you've done. I have done this for 2 brides, and the appreciation level is across the board, especially when they're young, and have grown up the way that we have. They've probably never been on vacation with their future husband. And so there's like a lot of things that you can pack into this that they probably didn't think of because they're not married yet. So
Right.
as married women, it meant a lot to them. I think you did it for me. You put a honeymoon kit together for me. Used every item of it, and it's so thoughtful. It's so thoughtful for the bride.
Yeah, I mean, as a bride, you have so much else on your mind that you're thinking of when you're planning. That even if you are thinking of the honeymoon, I think you're thinking high level. You're like, do I have a bathing suit that I love? Do I have a dress? That kind of stuff. And I think it's helpful to have someone who's been there already. And knows that these are some items that are often overlooked, or maybe that you just feel awkward buying, going to a store and buying because you don't really know
A lot of, like,
what you want
intimate items.
yet. And I usually like to put a little bit of a personal note with each thing, like this is a tip that I've learned, or if you're whatever it
Goes
is,
a long
just
way.
to go a long way
Yeah.
to give a little bit of a personal touch.
She didn't even give it to me like in front of everyone. It was like
yeah.
oh, it's on my bed when I go to sleep that night. I'm like, oh yes, this is what I want. So
That's the more practical, but appreciated
so appreciated
type of
Oh, yeah.
thing, I think. So yeah, if you have any crunchy brides in your life, let us know which type of event they would like to attend.
Essential oils,
Yes.
glamping on a mountain.
Camping, and you kind of gave like camping on every
stage,
spectrum.
beginning,
Yes.
intermediate,
Yes,
advanced.
expert. So I appreciated that. Or if there are any other special touches that you have done or that someone's done for you, let us know so we can copy you for our future friends.
Yes.
And don't forget to enjoy the view wherever your ride takes you.